Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. This is Gulpain, just back with a quick PSP review. And this one is Breath of Fire 3. And this one was developed by Capcom and then published by Capcom. But in the EU, it was published by Infogrames for the PlayStation 1. So this is actually the PSP version. So this was actually published by Capcom. And this was released for the old PSP in 2006 in EU. It wasn't released in North America for the old PlayStation Portable. Only Japan and the EU got it, and Japan it was released in 2005. So this is a PlayStation 1 game, and for the PlayStation 1 it was released in 1998. So I actually have the PlayStation 1 version as well, and that's where I sort of came in contact with Breath of Fire 3 for the first time. So I played it for the PlayStation 1, loved it, and then I still have it. But then I bought it for the PSP as well. Forgot that I had it for the PS1 and bought it for the PSP as well, because I saw it for like, I think it was like £9. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. An excellent RPG for £9, why not? So basically, the story of Breath of Fire is similar. Well, the first three are very good, I think. The first one, I think the first one's a Super Nintendo game, and so is the second one. But I didn't play the first or second one on Super Nintendo. I played them on the Game Boy Advance. Well, the first one. I'm still looking for the second one. So the first one is very good. It's a very simple RPG, where you start off in a town and then you have to go to the next town. That sort of style of RPG. And Breath of Fire 2 then, I haven't bought that yet, but I'm planning to buy it. Breath of Fire 3 then is, for me, is the best Breath of Fire. I didn't like Breath of Fire 4 for the PS2 that much at all, because I was very excited for the PS2 Breath of Fire game, but it just didn't resonate with me at all. I didn't stick with it. Whereas this one, I think this is their best work, Capcom's best work in the Breath of Fire series. So you're basically a boy called Ryu. You're a little boy, a kid, and you turn into different dragons. So at the very start of the game, you're like a dragon, and you wake up, and then you get not adopted, but you get found by these kind of a street gang, two guys, and they sort of bring you around the place and stuff, and then you get into this adventure. Then it's really good. I really like the style, the way they do this game. It's kind of like is it isometric style, or I don't know, but it's a really good kind of style that they do. And then the overworld is it's not to scale, you're big, and you're the same size as a tree, or you're the same size as a house. So, and then you're going around the overworld, and then you basically go to the if you go to a village, the village is it's on a plane, but then the plane only goes so far as the end of the plane. You can see the background behind it. I always found that really funny. Sometimes if you go into a house, you can only see certain parts of the house, and then the background is just blue or black or green. I always found it really funny. Whereas in other games, they don't sort of they don't give you the. It seems to be just the isometric games, particularly the tactics games. They do that as well. I always found it really funny because it's so different than other games where you never sort of see outside of the screen. You're kind of presented with the house or the environment, and you can see the whole thing. The one thing I always this resonated with me, or maybe it doesn't resonate with other people and it's just me, but in Suikoden there's one part where you can go outside of the screen as well, and it looks really weird because you're always in the screen, or you're always in the environment. Whereas some of the isometric games, you could see outside of the environment. I don't know if I'm getting across what I'm trying to. I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down here. But anyway, back to Breath of Fire. So this game is awesome. I played this from start to finish years ago, and then the PSP version, then I started it again, and I was like, oh, this is bring me back. Oh, this is bring me back to my childhood, when I was a kid when I used to play this. So really, really enjoyed it. And I don't think I played it as much though. When I was a kid, obviously I only had a few games, so I would play the game over and over again and play it to death, so I would be able to do it inside out, back to front. But yeah, this one has all of the, has fishing, although I don't like fishing. It has I really like the battle arena in this, where you go down to that town in the south and you have to do all the fights and stuff. But there's loads of different characters. It's a turn-based RPG. It's just such a fantastic game, Breath of Fire 3. So if you've played Breath of Fire 3, let me know in the comment section below. And thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Adios.